Бомбанул ЖД. Прямо у моста.
Hi guys, it's Sed. Welcome back to Warthog Defense. A Ukrainian drone strike has shut down one of Russia's key railway stations in the Rostov region. The target, Kamenolomny, an important logistic hub used for transporting military equipment to occupied Ukrainian territory. With 26 trains delayed and traffic halted, the disruption could have a ripple effects across the front line.
A drone strike targeted the dispatch building at the Kamenolomny railway station in Russia's Rostov region, disrupting a critical logistical artery used by the Russian military. The attack has forced a complete halt of train traffic in the area, including convoys believed to be transporting military equipment to occupied Ukrainian territories. Kamenolomny station plays a vital role in Russia's war effort, serving as a major transit point for cargo and personnel heading to the front lines in southern and eastern Ukraine. The strike reportedly damaged a logistics hub within the complex, further suggesting that the site was used to coordinate the movement of arms and material. Russian sources confirm that 26 trains have been delayed due to the incident. Curiously, initial media reports within Russia described the attack as carried out by friendly drones, an unusual term that may indicate either an internal error or a deliberate attempt to downplay the source of the strike. Regardless, the outcome is clear. A key military supply line has been severely disrupted. The scale and precision of the attack underscore Ukraine's growing ability to strike deep into Russian territory, particularly targeting logistical infrastructure that supports ongoing military operations. While Russian authorities have yet to provide an official explanation or assessment of the damage, the disruption in Rostov is likely to have immediate consequences for the movement of forces and supplies toward the Ukrainian front. This latest strike highlights a broader shift in the war, where long-range drone operations are now regularly reaching strategic sites well beyond the front lines, challenging Russia's ability to defend its own territory and maintain stable supply routes to its invasion forces. A fire broke out at the station and had to be put out using a special fire train, according to the North Caucasus Railway. The incident delayed 26 passenger trains for up to 4.5 hours. It's the second drone-related disruption to hit Rostov's railways in recent days. On July 19th, debris damaged overhead lines on the Likhaya-Zamchalovo route. Russian railways said delays affected more than 130 long-distance trains, with some running up to 15 hours late. Passengers on board complained of extreme heat, broken air conditioning, and poor ventilation. Affected trains included services to and from Crimea run by Grand Service Express.
Бомбанул ЖД. Прямо у моста. Этот звук сейчас как это...
In the Sumy region, Ukrainian forces have recaptured the village of Kindrativka near the Russian border. This marks a small but symbolic gain in an area frequently targeted by Russian cross-border raids and artillery fire. The operation shows Ukraine's intent to push Russian forces back from the frontier and stabilize this vulnerable stretch of the border. Operators of FPV drones Kryla Omega destroyed dozens of Russian UAVs. Ukrainian forces have started using their own drones to intercept and destroy Russian drones mid-air. This emerging tactic involves small, fast FPV drones launched to chase down and ram into enemy UAVs, disrupting reconnaissance or attack missions. It's a low-cost, high-impact solution that reflects Ukraine's adaptability on the battlefield, turning drone-on-drone combat into a new layer of defense against Russia's growing UAV threat. Special Operations Forces fighters are eliminating Russians in close combat, preventing them from gaining a foothold in new positions. Mobile military enlistment centers may soon appear in Ukraine, according to Member of Parliament Venislavsky. The move aims to reduce the risk of Russian strikes, which have increasingly targeted stationary recruitment offices.
Mikola Kosuchka, they have the right to exist, especially since we passed a law in 23rd year to strengthen mobilization. In fact, we have met all the requirements, and digitalization, transferring all these issues to a digital mode significantly eases, including the activities of mobile TCCs. Modern technologies allow for the provision of computer communication and access to databases. Therefore, I see no problems with this. But this is a decision for the command. The Verkhovna Rada has nothing to do with this because it does not depend on them.
Tucker Carlson says Russia won in some sense, and the West should admit it. They took land and aren't giving it back. That's victory. We don't know, is this guy paid by Moscow or just plain stupid?
I'm not even sure what they wanted. They wanted the West to back off. But in some basic way, they won. And we have to acknowledge that. And it's really hard for I'm not in favor of Russia winning anything. I'm American. I want to win. But that you can't lie to yourself. They won. And so on the basis of...
In which way did they win?
They took land and they don't have to give it back. And short of bombing them with nuclear weapons, we can't make them give it back. That's called victory. And the victor gets to set, not all the terms, but as Germany found out, a lot of the terms.
German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius at Ramstein. Putin is pushing his war agenda with grim determination and has no real interest in negotiations. He talks peace in the morning and launches drones and missiles by evening. This is a cynical game to buy time. But he's wrong if he thinks Russia's war machine will win in the long run. The UK will launch a 50-day campaign to arm Ukraine. UK Defense Secretary John Healey is expected to call for a 50-day push to supply weapons to Ukraine. John Healey is expected to argue that the West should again boost its military support for Ukraine in an effort to bring Vladimir Putin to the negotiating table. Donald Trump has already threatened to impose very severe tariffs on Russia if it does not agree to a ceasefire by September 2nd, 50 days on from the US president's announcement that he would sell top-of-the-line weapons to NATO that could then be given to Ukraine. On Monday, Mr. Healey will use a meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group to back Mr. Trump's proposal and pledge that the UK will play our full part in its success to bolster Ukraine's immediate fight.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.